Hi everyone and welcome to Season 11, Episode 5 of From Hope to Glory at Truro City with me, the United City FM. Welcome along. So we are at the end of the January transfer window coming up in our 11th season. Spoiler alert, we haven't done any business. None in, none out. I tried here and there to get a couple in, but neither of them worked. A couple of other clubs came in and nicked the players that I really wanted. So in the end, it was best to keep a settled squad. Hopefully the improvement in them over the second half of the season in terms of cohesion together, etc., can make the difference for us. We are just sitting in the relegation area, but today is a match against Sheffield Utd, 2 points clear of us. A good opportunity to drag somebody else down towards the relegation spots instead. Let's see if we can do that today. So welcome back to Truro City. As I say, unfortunately, we are still sitting just in this relegation zone. I think it's just behind my head, it is. But we're sitting in 18th position on 23 points. So we've got a little bit of a gap opening up between us and the couple of teams below us. Everton are down there. I don't quite know how that's worked out, but they are. But just above us are Sheffield Utd in 15th position, but only 2 points are clear of us. If we can win the game today, then that absolutely changes everything in terms of getting back out of this relegation zone. It's been a really, really tricky January in terms of trying to claw back some points on some opposition above us. Ultimately, we've done okay, but there's still room for improvement. Here is our run of results. Ultimately, you can see in December, we were absolutely dreadful for most of it. Went on such a bad run, but against really, really tough opposition. And unfortunately, that type of run of fixtures is coming up again. After today's match, we've got Fulham in the FA Cup, and then we play Man City, Arsenal and Leicester City all in a row in the Premier League. And we're potentially going to get back to these losing ways again. But you can see January was actually pretty decent in a lot of ways. We got through a round in the Cup against Oldham. We got a win against our direct rivals, Everton, who were just sitting below us in the league. The rest of it, we got 3 or 4 very good draws. And I was pretty pleased with most of the way that we played. Against some sides that maybe we would be looking to get a couple more points from. Totally. But having had that run of really awful form in December, this was actually not too bad. If we could beat Sheffield United today at home, then that puts us back on track for trying to get to as many points in this season as there are games in this season. About 38 games. So if we could get to 38, 40 points, I will be happy with that because that will likely see us stay up. So that's the intention. We're a little bit below that just at the moment, but not by much. And today could change all of that. Sheffield United, the opponents. Let's see how we get on. So for the eagle-eyed out there will notice there is a change in tactical style and in the formation as well. We were in the 4-2-3-1. I felt it was too attacking. That run of form against some of the big boys really demonstrated that again. We weren't defensively hard enough to beat. So I reshaped it a couple of times in January. We did go into a more defensive 2 holding player tactic for a little minute, but it just didn't feel as though we were getting out properly and having an impact on the game. So I restructured it again. And to be honest, I just felt like this was the best chance for me to get a good run going with a formation that I really, really love, that I'm sure some of you are fed up of. I'm looking at you, Joe. But this is a formation I think could work for us. I think it spreads the team out quite well, but it still gives us defensive stability and an offensive threat as well. So with the ball-winning midfielder of Gonzalez sitting in front of this back four, we've also got the box-to-box midfielder. Today it's Barry, normally it's not, but he will get up and down and hopefully support both ends of the pitch. And I just think this will give us an opportunity to potentially hold on to some points in this division as we move through the remaining games for the next couple of months. I like the formation. I like the style of play, which is the direct counter-attack. So we are going to sit back a little bit, soak up some pressure, and then release ourselves in terms of counter-attacking. We'll just have to see if it works. But you saw the results in January against some of the teams in and around us was pretty decent. Can it be today? That is going to be the challenge. We've got a few injury issues, unfortunately. The likes of Thompson, Sarmiento, Dudita and Abu Bakar all out injured for today. There's an injury, a fitness issue for Ben Amor. We've got one for Poku as well, but he's going to have to play, basically, because two other of our left wingers are out. But other than that, we're looking pretty decent, mostly. The other thing that I can tell you is that Abu Bakar is back in training full-time tomorrow in game, and he has been a real miss for us. Anybody following the series, this is the guy that was our number one scorer for the last season or two. He's a really good young prospect at like 21 years old, and then he's been out injured for the last 3 months in our first season in the Premier League with a broken lower leg. So it's been a real blow. Both Henderson and Battersby have got a few goals here and there. I think Battersby's got like 4 in 8 and Henderson like 3 in 9 or something. They've done all right, but not quite up to the standard of Abu Bakar. So he's going to take a little while just to get back to full match fitness, but he's on his way back, which is fantastic. So today, important match. Can we get the 3 points against Sheffield United? We are also at home, which makes it easier for us potentially. And for this match, we've got Mbayu in goal, Fink at right back, Fenn at left back, Baptiste and Nelson in central defence, Gonzalez, Barry and White in central midfield, Ibrahim on the right, Opoku on the left and Henderson up top, and a bench of Colombini, Clark, Kane, McCann, Wright Phillips, Morrison and Battersby. So let's get into today's game and see what happens. So it's all on the line today, and I've told them that in the team talk. I've pumped the fist and I've said we've got a chance to move out of the relegation zone with a win here. I'm expecting nothing less from today. We have to win these sorts of games if we're going to stand a chance. We can't afford to lose, I would say, more than anything. But if we could take those 3 points, that is going to be a phenomenal step forward for us and drags Sheffield United back down into this kind of area themselves. And that's what we need to do when possible. Those teams in and around us, we need to win the 3 points and just drag them back towards us. So let's see how we can get on. Early stages, nothing has happened. No highlights to talk about. Only a couple of shots on goal, but none on target for either side. So it's going to be a nervy occasion, it feels like. Not particularly gun-ho. Not particularly many chances created. And you can see that so far, after 25 minutes, pretty much nothing has happened. No shots on target whatsoever. XG ratings are really on the floor. They've had a little bit more possession than we've had, but that's about as much as you can say about this first half so far, until that point there, when we find ourselves in the mud. Half an hour in, a free kick on that far side, just outside of the penalty box on that far side, and they've worked it pretty well. All of the what am I trying to say? I'm telling you, today I've recorded 2 videos and my mind is just absolute mush today. But anyway, all of the focus was on that 6-yard box. That's what I was trying to say. And they dropped it back slightly deeper than that and had an open shot at goal. And they didn't make an error with it. And they go 1-0 up at half time. 8 shots at goal, 4 on target for them, 2 and 0 for us. We are going to have to read this group of players the riot act. You can see that they've performed well in January. This is our last game of January. I can't afford for those standards to slip. So we're going to throw the water bottle here. I know it's a little bit sort of over the top maybe, but I have to get these players playing better. On this particular occasion, we need to win this game if at all possible. So we're going to change that mentality. We're also going to go into the shouts and focus them rather than fire them up. And we're going to go into the attacking mentality. We're at home. We've got to find a way through to goal. 2 shots on goal and none on target in the first half is not good enough at all. And we need to change that. So let's see how we get on. 57 minutes in. At least we had another shot. It still wasn't on target, but we've registered another one. And here we go with a bit more of a trudge again through the second half. And again, it's a free kick to Sheffield United that could potentially cause us a problem here. Brewster takes over, having gone short. And it does cause us, or should I say, we cause ourselves the problem. Barry hacks him down in the box. And we give them a perfect chance for a 2-0 lead from the penalty spot. And it's not going to be our day again, is it? You can just feel it. But that may change that. That is a fantastic double save by Mbeyu in the end, because that second shot came in and he parried both of them out, kept a clean sheet on that particular one-on-one circumstance, and gives us a little bit of a glimmer of hope. 71 minutes in, we're going to pause the game here. We're going to have to change it up. So we're going out of our direct counter-attack, and we're going to be going... Ooh, what are we going to do? I think we're going to gegenpress them, and we are going to change the formation style as well. The reason we're going to gegenpress them is we're going to try and win the ball higher up the pitch early on for the last 20 minutes and try and do them in that kind of focus. So we're going to put White back in on the more central area in the attacking midfield, and we are going to go back into the 4-2-3-1 and play the gegenpress for the last few minutes of the game. But we are going to change a couple of the personnel just to get some fresh legs in. For example, Opoku on this left-hand side. We do not have another left winger available to us, but we can't afford for him to be out there. So we're going to take him out, and we're going to put Wright Phillips on that right-hand side, and we're going to use him as an inverted winger. He can't play it particularly well, but he's going to have to man up and show the leader that he is in our dressing room, which he really, really is. He's going to have to do a job for us out there today. So we've also got Battersby going in up top just to get some fresh legs to start that counter press in the gegenpress as quick as possible. Ibrahim needs to kind of come out as well, but unfortunately we don't have an option. What we do have an option for is we can take off White and put Morrison on in that attacking central midfield role. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to change it up and go very attacking on this last 20 minutes. It's all or nothing here. We're already losing. We can't really afford to. So we're going to put everything on the table and see what comes up. And we're going to demand more from them as well. If this doesn't achieve anything, if we can't get a shot on target at least, then ultimately we don't deserve to take anything from this game. Spoiler alert, I don't think we deserve to take anything from this game. They are not doing a thing. Still no shots on target. The entire match on such an important occasion. My voice is going through the frustration of it all. Oh, this Truro City team have been fantastic to get us to the Premier League. Way ahead of schedule. We absolutely are the favourites to go back down again. And if we do go down, then that's okay. We will rebuild, use the finances of it and come back again. But it's so frustrating when you can't get a performance out of a team that for the last couple of seasons have been doing nothing but improving all the time. And this time round, just reached our limit, haven't we, really? It feels like we're not getting the points that we really, really need. December was awful. January was better. Sheffield United on this occasion nab a 1-goal win against us when we could not put a shot on target. Abu Bakar needs to come back as soon as possible and get some goals for us. Anyway, today didn't quite work out. Welcome to my world. So, of course, we still sit in 18th position. Everton are still 4 points behind us, but they've got a game in hand, so I'm not worried about them so much. But there are still room for movement above us. Although there's some games in hand for the teams above us, the likes of Blackburn and Wolves are only a point or two ahead of us, really. So we can still do this. But unfortunately, we've got that really tricky run of games coming up. Man City, Arsenal, Leicester, all in the Premier League, all one after the other, after a tough game against Fulham in the cup competition. So hopefully we can go through in the cup and get us some confidence from that. And then we'll have to see what happens in this awful run of fixtures, should I say, not form, against the big boys in the division, Man City, Arsenal, Leicester. We are going to come back next episode for Leeds United. We've got 2 more games on the episodes to play this season. One will be against Leeds United because they are, again, one of our direct rivals in and around relegation area. And the last game of the season will be against Tottenham. But between now and the end of season, other than the 3 games we've already mentioned, we still have to play Chelsea, Liverpool, Man United and Tottenham. So the run-in is not going to be kind to us. I suspect we might end up getting relegated, but we're going to try as hard as we can not to. So join me next episode. I'll catch you up on this really, really tricky run of games coming up. I'll tell you about the FA Cup game as well to see if we go through on that. And we'll play Leeds United in the Premier League in the next game for us on the episodes. Until then, though, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and join my United City community. The more the merrier. Click that like button on this particular episode. That will help me get seen by more people. Until next time, take care of yourselves. I'll see you very soon. Bye for now.